Day number 8. I may look tired, but I'm good. Um, Today is a good day because when you keep yourself focused, it keeps you away from all the temptations and different things like that. So I was just focused on so much today, phone calls, working, doing my own thing that I didn't even have time to allow those temptations to run through because I was just on the move. So it wasn't even on my mind. Um, it was easy to just steer clear of it. Um, and I can already see the effects of day 8, like for my brain, like the stuff I was looking at, the mental images, all these different things is already starting to clear out. Um, the desire for the things I wanted to look at before is going away. I don't feel that desire to have to type it in, and if those thoughts do come, I shut them down immediately and give them to Jesus to cast those down, and boom, it's gone. So today has been a really, really good day overall on this journey. And, just started the second week. So it's not going to get any easier. And we still have to continue to cast away all forms of impurity, sexual morality, and all these things. Ephesians talks about have to how Ephesians 5 talks about we shouldn't even have a hint, a speck of sexual immorality as God's holy people. Um, and we got to continue to strive there. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it a potential? Am I sure lust will come my way tomorrow? Yes. But I have to do what I can to overcome that urge, overcome that feeling and these different things and not feed into it. Because the last thing I want to do is even feed into it a speck and have that speck grow into something and then open the door for even more demons to come than what came last time. And I don't want to deal with that. I was talking to my dad, and with this journey with Christ, it's just so much peace. So making this sacrifice is so much peace because you know you live in the right way rather than yapping yourself or fornicating outside of marriage or lusting to do whatever you do. If you have the Holy Spirit, you feel that conviction in your heart. So I was doing these things. I was still doing them, but I felt the conviction in my heart. But you know when you're doing the right thing, it's just like you come to a state of peace, no worry, no anxieties, no depression, any of that. Even if you still struggle with these things, it's not to the same extent because you find ways to take care of yourself. Now, if you still lusting and not yakking yourself, what's the point? Like you're still lusting at the end of the day, so you're not giving your time, your brain, the proper healing. I've done this journey in the past, but it would be days where, like day 200, 200 days, 300 days, where I was still open the doors to lust. I wasn't like um, pleasuring myself, but I was actually in such a word. I wasn't yapping around with myself, but I still open the door for these things to eventually come back because with sin, you can't allow it. You can't just allow it to lurk. You have to put it to death. You have to kill it. You want to overcome it, but you also want to put that thing to death. Because if it's not put to death, then it'll more than likely come back. So we have to put these things, these desires and different things to death, or they will continue to live inside of us and only continue to grow. And then it will become a hardened heart. And the last thing you want is a hardened heart and being turned over to a reprobate mind, um, a life of lawlessness. We want to live by the laws. We want to live cautious in different things like that. We want to do these things so we're not more likely to fall into these temptations and traps that we've been falling to. That's why we on this journey together. That's why I'm on this journey. And that's why you're on this journey if you're watching this video, because this has been a trap you fell into over and over. And you want to overcome it. And you can't overcome it if you truly allow yourself to. But if you're not erasing the door for everything, you still want to allow yourself to still look at this particular woman in a certain type of way, or you may not be yapping yourself or yapping fapping yourself, but you still watching this porn stuff and or adult content because that sounds more professional. But like all of this stuff, if you're still looking at all of this stuff, then it's like you're never gonna kill it. Like it's still gonna lurk around, and it's gonna tempt you to want to do it more and more and more because you look at that one thing, and then another thought come. Well, you looked at this thing, so this thing might be even more appealing. Da da da. But nope, all of that got to be killed. We got to look ahead, focus on the prize ahead, which is eternity with Christ, and preparing ourselves for that. And the last thing you want to do is waste the God-given potential and gift and purpose that God has blessed you with because you can't even overcome. You aren't allowing yourself to overcome this. It's one thing to try to overcome it and allow the Spirit to work through you to overcome it versus just doing things, being aware, and not even trying to make a change. But we're all aware, especially if you're watching this video, we're all aware of the Spirit. We're all aware of how these things can change us, or how the Spirit can change us. And we have no excuse to be like, oh, I didn't know. So what parameters, what boundaries, what things are you establishing not to fall back into that problem or that situation or that temptation over and over and over? It's going to be an everyday fight. And I want to leave with this because it's a quote that I heard from a Christian missionary way back in the 1920s. I'm not saying I was born in the 1920s, but I'm saying like I saw it and it just always stuck with me. It's easy to die for Christ. Dying for Christ only takes an hour or two or something like that. But living for Christ is a sacrifice we have to make every single day. We have to die to the flesh every single day. So do you want to die to that? Or do you want to continue to allow this problem to lurk around and you never able to truly overcome it, and you have it affect your spouse, your partner, your kids, your friends, people around you, and everything? It can literally affect everything around you. It can affect your thinking. It can affect how you approach people, your confidence level, attitude and emotion for sure. Because people who do it, they be angry. At least me, I used to be more angry when I was doing that. But stepping away, I can be more peaceful now and more calm. So yeah, it's literally like you can benefit. You'll feel more peaceful. You'll feel more at peace. Your brain will be a lot more clear. You'll see things in its proper context. We see things all out of context because we've been programmed to sexualize everything around the world and every people, especially men and women, and women and men too. Same. So we have to get rid of that and die every day. Kill our flesh every single day in order to overcome this. So do you want to kill it, or do you still want to allow it to lurk and not overcome this thing? Because we on day 8. You made it 8 days. Why can't you make it 9? Why can't you make it 10? Why can't you make it 20? Why can't you make it 50? Why can't you make it 100? Why can't you make it a year? Why can't you go beyond that? So you can do it. Just believe.